Hello, my friends, all the men out there, and the good women out there in this world. Here is Dr. Man again today in my video. I am here to say hi to all of you and also to advocate for all the men there. I encourage the women also to help their men. This is a Men's Advocate program, Men's Advocacy TV and channel. Um, I am here to look out for the men all over the world. As some of you might have watched my previous videos or have heard from me previously, this program is to help men. A lot of men are going through a lot of issues. They're suffering in silence. There's no much people advocating for them. The women already have a lot of advocacy programs, government agencies, NGOs that advocate for the women. My program is to start the process of advocating for the men because men doesn't have so many advocate programs. So in my previous video, I had called for all the men and the good women out there to share their challenges. If you know the problems you are going through, the issues you're facing, it doesn't matter what area, what aspect of your life, financial, job, family, wife, relationship, any problems that is facing you as a man. And also, it doesn't matter what kind of man are you. Are you the color of your skin, your religious affiliation, your social affiliation, your community affiliation? It doesn't matter what kind of man you are, your political affiliation. Just share your opinions. This program is for you, and also for the good women out there who cares for their men. I know once you're a woman, you either have a man, such as a husband, boyfriend, brother, father, relative, cousins. Share the problems they are going through so that they can get solutions to their problems. I'm going to share. I got a lot of responses from that video where I made and called for men to share their problems and some men responded. Some women are also sharing the problems of them in their men's lives. So I will take one of them in today's video, and it goes like this. I fell in love with another woman. I fell in love with another woman. So I traveled to another state on a conference, and I met a beautiful lady. After interacting with this lady, I found out that she was a good lady. She has good heart and can relate better with me. Meanwhile, my wife has been treating me like a piece of crap. She always nag and quarrel with me, regardless of what I do for her, good or bad. She does not appreciate anything I did for her. I truly loved my wife, but I figured out that she did not love me. She only married me because of where I lived and the opportunity to upgrade her life. Because of her attitude at home, I developed the habit of going out often. The only reason I come home sometimes was for my children. They were the only people that gave me some happiness. Whenever I am home, they were all over me and we played a lot. Any weekend my wife is at home and did not go to work, I always take my children out to avoid staying around her because we would definitely quarrel. When I met this lady on a conference, I felt the type of love and respect I never had before. We clicked and developed love for each other instantly. After the conference, I felt like following her home, but for the sake of my children, I had to go back home to a miserable life. While I was home, all I was thinking was about this lady. The good times we had, the experience and love we shared, compelled me to travel to her state for another weekend visit. When I came back, my mind was no longer on my wife. I started thinking of divorce, but love for my children did not let me. Now I am in a state of dilemma. Should I go with the woman I love, or should I continue living in misery because of love for my children? My life is now in a confused state. What should I do? How would you handle this type of situation? Hmm. This one is very, 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 very serious, and very, very interesting and challenging for our friend. I think we have all had, what he said. He was married to a woman that nagged, and quarreled with him all the time. It's not as if, according to his story, it's not as if he's maltreating her. He did everything for her. He tried as much as he could to make her happy, but she will never be happy. She will never appreciate anything he does for her. So, according to him, he married her from their home state and he lives abroad and brought her abroad. We all know that, most of men that came from third world or developing countries, majority of them have these serious problems with their women, where they suffered and married and bring them abroad, and the women will now start maltreating them and treating them like a piece of crap, like this our friend said here. So in his own case, you know, because of the miserable life he lives at home with his wife, a man who really suffered, moved abroad, did everything possible, got money and married a wife, did everything for the wife, brought her abroad, and yet she's not happy. She was treating him like a piece of crap. Everything he did for her, she's not happy, not appreciative, not contented with what she has. So he traveled to a conference. He met with this lady. They fell in love. They connect. They clicked. They loved each other. They developed instant love. And this woman, it wasn't as if she's looking for anything from him. It's just that they clicked naturally because they're both living in abroad. So this woman is probably working, making money for herself. She doesn't need anything from this man. It's just that both of them, they need true love, and they found each other in true love. So according to him, when he goes home, all he will be thinking was this lady that he met, that they are both in true love with each other. The only thing that makes him go home is his children. So, of course, any average man will love his children, regardless of what goes on in his life and the life of his wife. He will always love his children because his children are his offsprings. So this man, is sharing this problem with us. According to him, this woman is not treating him right. It's not as if he's treating her bad. He finally realized that the purpose of this woman marrying him was to move abroad and uplift her life, to upgrade her life. So now, this other woman that is already living abroad, that they met at the conference, they had good times. They're communicating well. They're doing things right. He's getting enough respect and enough regard, enough love from her. So he's now kind of in a state of dilemma. According to him, his life is now in a confused state. He is now stuck with a woman that doesn't love him, while he himself have found a woman that he loves, that loves him too. So he's asking us, in this kind of situation, what will he do? Get stuck, continue to stuck with a woman that doesn't love him, a woman that just use him to upgrade her life? Or should he divorce her and marry a woman that they both love each other? In this case, the children would be a big challenge. How would he now handle the children that he loves so much? So it's a very big challenge. It's a very big challenge for our brother, our friend. So this is, a very difficult situation that most men face, especially men that moved abroad and married from their home country. Those men should be commended because that's the purpose of this program. I really advocate for these men because they have the choices, they have the options of marrying women in abroad where they live. Like if they live in the Western world, they have the choices of marrying a white woman. They don't have to go back to their country home to go and marry a woman in, but those men, they realize where they were born, realize where they were raised. They want to maintain their culture and their tradition by marrying in their, where they come from. People they think have the same culture, the same tradition, the same ideologies, but they end up getting this woman, and this woman, if they live in that same culture where they were born and raised, they will behave well. But the moment they move abroad, they now see the Western world or the white man's way as their own, as as the best for them. They imbibe it with urgency. They don't even know where, they don't remember where they come from anymore. They don't regard their men anymore. They don't respect their men anymore because the men have suffered to bring them out and brush them up, and they're now doing, maybe they studied here and they are doing some work that they feel they're now making a lot of money. Therefore, they now start undergrading demand that suffered for them because probably they're now making the same amount of money or more money than the man was making. So this has become a very big challenge, especially in the lives of our men, especially those men living abroad, living in the Western world. So in this case, my own analysis, after my own analysis, my own suggestion to our friend, is if you see a woman that you love, I would suggest instead of living a miserable life because of children, instead of living a miserable life because of the love for your children, move on and marry the woman that you love. Yes, continue to take care of your children because the children, they will still be, who they want to be or who they can be, but make sure you're taking care of your children wherever you are. You being married to their mother or not being married to their mother does not stop the children's life. It does not stop them from living. It does not stop them from being what they can be. As long as you still support them as a father wherever you are. But the main thing is your own life. You need to live your own life. You need to live happily. You don't need to live a miserable life. But that is my own suggestion. But if it is something you think you want to be there, it is up to you. But my own suggestion or my own advice or my own take on it is that instead of living a miserable life here and you can live a happy life there, go there and live a happy life where you can find happiness. That is one thing in life. And make sure you take care of your children wherever you are. But since you have called for our advice, you have called for our opinion to suggest to you, I will beckon on you, all my fans, all the good men out there, all the good women out there. Give him suggestions, give him your own opinions. What do you think he should do? Should he marry this love of his life, a new love of his life, and divorce his current wife? Or should he continue to live a miserable life? I will leave it up to you. I will be reading your comments, and I will also encourage him to read your comments. Please subscribe to my channel. Like my videos, especially this one, share it widely, let it go to all the men out there and the good women out there who are willing to help their men not to live a miserable life. Let them get it. Those that are having the same issues or similar issues, let them use it to apply to their own problems, their own challenges, so that the men out there can be happy, they can live longer, because we all know that most men, their lives end miserably due to similar situations. And from here, Dr. Men, I encourage you to watch more videos from me, share more of challenges that you're having as a man. I promise that I will help you to be sharing these stories. I will help you to be, spreading it widely so that men can apply them or use them to, know what to do in their own situations. Thank you and keep watching. See you in my next video.